Welcome back to the Tikka Ramen channel. Today we're trying out a pretty aggressive fusion recipe and attempting chicken tikka masala Tsukemen. This recipe will make your house smell amazing and is a nice warm welcome to the autumn season. Plus, it's Friday night.
Let's have it. Chicken tikka masala on Friday night. Fill me up with 10 pints of lager and I'll be alright.
Thanks, Joe Public. Alright, to get started, we're going to need a wide variety of spices. There's really no singular correct recipe for the curry and garam masala powders we're making, since most families in India have their own unique recipes for these. At any rate, you'll need the spices shown on screen, but lucky for us, you can find all of them on Amazon. With the exception of the nutmeg, we'll take all of our whole spices and toast them up. You'll notice that as I'm making the garam masala and curry powders, I do it separately. The garam masala is a stronger flavor, whereas the curry is milder but more earthy thanks to the cumin seeds. We'll toast these up until they're just barely smoking, and then move over to a high-powered blender where we're going to grate in half a nutmeg into each of our spice blends and then blend into fine powders. And here you can see our powders side by side. Spice is complete. The chicken tikka starts with a full-fat yogurt-based marinade. We use 1 cup of yogurt, 2 cloves of crushed garlic, 2 inches of finely grated ginger, 1 tablespoon of our garam masala, 1 tablespoon of the Szechuan Ryu oil from the seafood masaman video, and the juice of 1/2 of 1 lemon. Mix together, then add 1 chicken breast cut into 2-inch cubes. Then stir to coat. And finally, I'm going to top this off with a few pinches of sea salt just to be safe. And now we marinate for a few hours or overnight if desired. The next day, I'm laying out our chicken tikka pieces on a non-stick baking sheet and then roasting our chicken at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. At which point they're colorful and delicious. Chicken tikka complete. Next up, we have our masala gravy. This starts by frying up 1/2 of a diced red onion in a few tablespoons of Ryu oil. Once soft, we're going to add 3 cloves of 3 cloves of crushed garlic, 3 inches of grated ginger, 3 tablespoons of red miso paste, and 1 tablespoon of our curry powder. Stir that up to combine for a few minutes at medium heat, and then we'll gently deglaze it with a whole 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. We will cook this to reduce just a touch for 15 minutes, and then add 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream. Stir that in, and then head back to the blender to get this smoother than Michael Jackson in '88. Now back to the original fry pan where we can taste for seasoning. I'm adding in 2 more pinches of sea salt. Perfect. Masala gravy complete. Finally, the noodles. Nitro was completely obsessed with the springiness and chewiness of these Tsukemen noodles. These are the same Tsukemen noodles that I made during the Variations on a Ramen Noodle video. I'll put that link in the upper left-hand corner now. I'm using my usual KitchenAid method, combining flours first, then mixing the salt and kansui into the water. Slowly stream the kansui water into the mixing flours, then portion everything into Ziplocs. For the sake of the KitchenAid dough roller, let's use no more than 300 grams of dough per gallon Ziploc bag. Press everything into sheets. And then rest for 30 minutes. After resting, cut the dough free from the bags and then begin rolling it into thin sheets. Once at the KitchenAid 5 setting, you can start laminating the sheets together. This is going to result in a really long sheet of dough, so I got this rolling pin to roll everything up and then feed it into the KitchenAid. Once fully together, I ran these down to a 5 thinness, cut them into 140 gram portions, and ran them through the noodle cutter. And just like that, presto, noodles complete. Alright, for the assembly, as you may have guessed, the masala gravy is going to be our dipping sauce. The noodles get to hang out with chicken tikka, a roasted tomato, fresh sliced cucumber, and cilantro microgreens, while the masala gets diced red onions and fresh mint leaves. I thought this bowl brought a beautiful range of flavors and colors together. Most importantly, the noodles, while no replacement for naan bread, did highlight and deliver the masala flavors in a delicious, viscous, satisfying bite. Unlike a bowl of seasoned broth ramen, if the flavor was too intense here, you could just cool things down by just not putting as much masala on. Ramen does go along with most cuisines, but this was just such a cozy combination of warm flavors that really did a great job to ring in the new, cooler autumn weather. Thanks for joining me today. I cannot wait to cook for you again. Please consider subscribing for more.